Yahoo! Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love, to Astro Fenixx, flying into the moment yet again, and radiating love as always. And welcome to your Moon in Cancer transit video for this current lunar cycle. And I know I'm a bit late, but it would really be an injustice if I did not make this video. The moon right now, at the time of me making this, is currently at 19 degrees of Cancer, which means that we have a lot of activated energy right now. Especially on this day, Friday, we are really going to feel the intensity that was this week. Yeah, this week has already been pretty intense. It's about to get even more intense. Soul retrieval is what came up today. Actually, it's what came up several days ago. That's when it started. Soul retrieval is the energy that came through. It's incredible how the moment that the moon went into Cancer, the following night, because it went into Cancer, what was it? Today's, it went into Cancer, what was it, on Wednesday, right? Wednesday morning, and I had a dream about my late grandmother. And then it's just been a wild ride ever since. Opening up, feeling these deeper emotions, feel like I'm just retrieving a part of myself that was lost, and everyone probably feeling this way. Like I said, the moon is at 19 degrees of Cancer, which means that it is trining all of this Piscean energy, trining over to Neptune, trining over to Venus, trining over to Mercury. Of course, all this Piscean energy is sextiling all this Capricorn energy, sextiling over to Saturn, sextiling over to Pluto, sextiling over to the South Node. And of course, all that energy is squaring the Sun. We're actually going to have a T-square that's activated today as well. As soon as the moon meets up with the North Node in Cancer at 22 degrees, it will actually be making a square over to the Sun at 22 degrees, which the Sun, of course, will be squaring over to all this Capricorn energy, where Saturn is, Pluto is, the South Node. This is a soul retrieval. This is a twofold soul retrieval. This is a soul retrieval to where we are going through this deep emotional clearing, because when you think of the soul, a lot of times you will think of the moon. A lot of times they are, they go together. But this is also the soul retrieval. S-O-L, solar, the sun. This is a retrieval of our inner child as well. The sun as well. Nice. You saw how that happened? The sun is exalted in Aries, right? And Aries is very much so a childlike energy. Aries, it rules the first 7 years of your life, right? So it's definitely very much so this childlike energy. You're learning, you're growing, you're expanding. You may get frustrated for a moment, but you move on to the next thing. And there is this aspect to this moon where, first of all, the ancestors are really helping us. Our ancestors are really, really vouching for us so much. So much. Our ancestors are seriously peeping game, because they are really propelling forward this healing in such a deep way. So you have to remember, the North Node is in Cancer, and this definitely is where the ancestors like to play with the most, especially within this third decan. Now the North Node will soon be coming into that second decan, which means that we're going to start to feel it more in our actual personal lives, but it's not going to be as etheric in those upper decans of Cancer. But squirrel. Oh, another squirrel. Nice. You must have just saw the other two run by. You see how I'm getting distracted and stuff like that? But that's okay. Just paying attention to nature. This Moon in Cancer video, this Moon in Cancer transit is going to be very powerful, because, like I said, we're going through this deep soul retrieval. So you may actually recover aspects from your inner child that you thought were lost. You may recover a passion for an old hobby that you have. You may recover a passion for a relationship that you thought was gone. You may recover passion and energy and connect with somebody that you thought that you couldn't connect with. This definitely can happen with family members. Perhaps you met estranged from a family member and you reconnect with them. The purpose is that, especially with the sun squaring all this Capricorn energy, and even though the sun is exalted in Aries, there's still a humbling nature to this as well. And with the moon being in this dignity, being in Cancer, making the square over to the sun as well. So we get this first quarter square of the sun, right? Building up to this full moon in Libra. This is definitely a moment where we are retrieving a part of ourselves. So that by the time that the moon comes into Leo this weekend, we will really begin to unravel, and that's going to be the dynamite. That's going to be the pop and the fire. That's going to be this new creation point. But before we can get to this new creation point of where we want to steer our life, we have to go through a deep soul retrieval, because we are all missing something and yearning something that we once had. And I think when we get this thing back, excuse me, is that it's actually going to take on a heightened form. So we're not going to even necessarily get it back in that old way that we remember it. We're going to get it back so much better. That's the beautiful thing about it. We're going to get it back so much better. Because it's going to be almost like that aspect of us. We thought that we had forgotten about this aspect. And maybe we did. But this aspect wasn't just necessarily sitting around waiting for us. They went off on their own journey. You can think of it literally as if we're multidimensional beings. So this aspect of you literally went off on its own journey and was just waiting for the right moment for you to call. It was just waiting for the right moment for you to call back out. Or they were just like off on their own journey, and they will give you a call every day. They'll give you a call every day. And if you didn't answer, they'll say, oh well, maybe they'll answer next time. Oh well, maybe they'll answer next time. But it was a patience. It wasn't a frustration. We get frustrated on this end because we keep missing the call. And we don't know why our phones ring. It's like, what's this number again? This number keeps calling me. This number keeps calling me. I don't know who this is. It's not a number I recognize. It's because we forgot. But now that we're going through this retrieval, and we answer that call, and we speak to that self, and they tell us about where they've been, and the journey, and what they've learned, and the wisdom. There's a deep level of forgiveness also with this moon. So forgive yourself. Love, expand, have gratitude, and realize that things really are shifting, and that you are oh so magical and oh so powerful. And I just feel the need to say this again. Your ancestors are helping you and are speaking to you and are healing you. Your ancestors are your greatest team right now. Believe it. That is it for your reading. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll really appreciate it. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, beloved, you can follow the link in the description below to astrofenixx.com. And as always, my beautiful brothers and sisters, always remember to keep moving forward, to stay focused, and Yahoo! I don't know what that was. Smile often.